Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Imperium Galactica 2 Alliances. Well, warriors, we are about to go off face to face with all these Solarian.
Your forces have been overrun by an enemy fleet.
Alright.
Research is completed.
The fact that he is actually scared of my ships is a little bit encouraging. Alright, let's... I want to get the battleship, definitely. But... getting the turbo lasers and mason guns is probably more advisable at this point. However, I will design a new heavy cruiser type. Alright, something properly powerful. Let's see. Supreme Fury. Mark 5, stealth radar. Beam lasers for now. Magnetic shielding. Heavy torpedo. Destructor rays in both pods. Battle computer. And an enhanced cargo pod. Firepower of that. Versus the regular heavy cruiser. That's what the destructor ray can do. Now, of course, I don't have any destructor rays at the moment. See, I can design them, I think. Let's see, these... I can't put in. I can't put it on this one. Nah. All right. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Let's see. He's got 24 ships.
Reporting.
He must have lost a lot against the Shinari then. Either that, or
Reporting, Imperator. Yes.
or he's got really heavy ships.
Imperator.
Well, I'm expecting to lose some ships here. That's to be expected. But the fact that he's being reluctant to engage me already tells me a lot. Alright, so he does have a battleship. A single battleship, however, will not defeat me. So we'll just go in full force. We have slightly more firepower. We have a lot more firepower, about 3 times. And we have slightly more fighter craft. Well, let's go in then. He's still got corvettes as well. And they're falling back. This is why I always dread fighting the Kra'hen. And this is not even the Kra'hen at their most powerful. Oh, no, they are much more terrible at that level. Let's see, I've not lost all that much. I've got too few corvettes left. I'll just sell them, upgrade all my cruisers. And we'll go from there. Alright, now I was intending to set up some of my plants to build some Supreme Furies. So all my production planets can build Supreme Furies.
An enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces. enemy planet has been overrun by your forces.
God Emperor, guide your servant.
Your forces have been overrun by an enemy fleet.
Well, they have defenses. I'm almost surprised they even bother, but well, let's get go. Now, it is not necessary for me to defeat the enemy until their last planet. Potentially. Most likely they will give up before that point.
They shall feel our wrath, Imperator. We're taking damage. Again. Target selected. We will never try. I'm dead. Yes, Imperator. God Emperor, guide your servant. Spirits, we are under assault. With it.
And right now I'm really just relying on superior numbers.
Target selected.
Now it'll take
Research is completed.
it'll take a few moments for the Terrans, the Solarians, to gather their fleet together and readjust themselves. So I need to make the most of the brief that I'm getting. Alright. Strange, I don't have to pay for these upgrades. I think there's still something not entirely right, but oh well. Let's see. A cruiser also needs to upgrade. Because I still have a few of those. And let's just get the rocket turret 2s.
Enemy planet has been overrun by your forces.
Hamiradul.
An enemy fleet has been spotted.
Moving into
Alright, is
position.
it big? Well, it's got tanks, that's probably big enough.
Imperator maneuvering thrusters on.
Yes, Imperator.
Because I've not
Your
really got anything.
orders, they shall feel our wrath, Imperator.
Imperator, we have intercepted an unarmed ship. In violation of our borders, the crew human. They told our boarding party that they were members of a sect called the Brotherhood of Tears.
Did you ascertain what they were doing in our space?
The captain, and he said that they were searching for 4 crystals which were supposed to contain some kind of genetic code. His sect believes that with the help of this code, the human race will achieve immortality. Unfortunately, that was as much as we could get out of him. Our torturers were struggling the whole time to keep him alive, but eventually his body just gave up.
Immortality. Good work, anyway. I shall mention this in my report to the God Emperor. And the God Emperor?
I have received your report concerning this sect, the Brotherhood of Tears. Understand this, Imperator. The Solarians must not get those crystals. My seer has been using his powers to locate them. He has narrowed down the location of one crystal to a certain asteroid field. I've sent the coordinates, set up a blockade, and keep the humans away from the area. I've also instructed the Clan of Rage to move to your territory. They will arrive shortly. They are only a small fleet compared to the army I will send you, and the time will be right to start the invasion.
Alright, so stop the Solarians from acquiring the crystals at Magellan 13. Well,
Your forces have been overrun by an
Imperator,
enemy
they
fleet.
shall feel our wrath, Imperator.
they move fast.
Come on, Hatan. So grown.
Yeah, but those don't really do anything. They've got a couple of tanks with laser strike pods on the ground. And you know, that's fine. But laser strike pods will really only work if you've got a fleet
Suffering.
You occupied a planet.
Banash.
Right.
Research is completed.
Right. Rocket turrets. Let's get the mega tract. We must keep up. Let's see. Anti-grav tank upgrade. Rocket turret 2. Yeah, some upgrades apparently I'm getting for free, which shouldn't happen, by the way.
An enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces. Enemy planet has been overrun by your forces.
Reporting Imperator. Moving to attack.
You occupied a planet.
Moving to attack. Reporting Imperator.
Right, we're starting to get a little bit low on tanks.
God Emperor, guide your servant.
You occupied a planet.
Yes, Imperator. Adjusting altitude.
An enemy fleet has been spotted.
Yes, as you wish. Acquired, Imperator.
An enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces.
And
An enemy fleet has been spotted.
And I only recently noticed that
Yes.
all my ships are stuck.
Imperator. Imperator. Acknowledged. Yes, Imperator. Awaiting orders, Imperator.
Because all of them lost their projected place where they need to go.
Reporting, Imperator. Orders received. So... Your orders? Orders received. Yes. Kemal Hassan. Acknowledged. Yes. Moving to new position, Imperator.
There's gotta be an easier way. Alright, let's see. Magellan 5. It's not in the list. Alright, fine. Manually it is.
Imperator. Yes, Imperator. Awaiting orders, Imperator. So.
Although that is a lot of stuff.
Moving to new position, Imperator.
Yeah, well, the problems of wielding a huge empire.
Awaiting orders, Imperator. Yes. Imperator.
I mean, at this rate, we might not even get to building the battleships. Which would be a real shame, because the Kra'hen battleships are actually kind of cool looking.
Reporting, Imperator. Acknowledged. Approach vector set.
Alright. Right. Something weird happened just now.
Your orders, God Emperor, guide your servant.
An enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces.
Imperator.
Another Solarian fleet.
Your orders, Manash.
An enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces.
Slenkra. Your orders,
No.
as you wish. Reporting, Imperium Manash.
An enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces.
Bit of a distraction with this. Can't really do anything about it though.
Reporting, Imperator.
See, you've got some cruisers, heavy cruisers, and some Supreme Furies. You've got plenty of cargo capacity. Let's go around and pick up some tanks. You know, for the good of the Empire.
Maneuvering thrusters on.
An enemy fleet has been spotted.
Yes, Imperator. Pleasure, Imperator.
You know, it's almost insulting if you do that.
Imperator. Yes.
Your forces have been overrun by an enemy fleet. An enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces.
Imperator. Come on,
Alright, they can't possibly win now.
Imperator. Awaiting orders, Imperator. Moving to new position, Imperator. Yes.
Alright, we're almost full up.
Imperator.
An enemy fleet has been spotted.
Now it's an actual fleet. They've got tanks, so they're gonna be annoying. And I've got no money, so I can't be annoying back.
Awaiting orders, Imperator. Reporting, Imperator.
Alright, full up.
Acknowledged.
Let's go and reinforce the fleet.
Kamul Hatan Manash.
An enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces.
Moving to new position, Imperator.
They are
An
persistent.
enemy fleet has been overrun by your forces.
Imperator. You have defended the asteroids well, Imperator. But now our priorities have changed. Your galaxy is shortly to become a key point in my conquest of that whole cluster. We will have to rely on the rock field itself to keep the crystal from the Solarians. I need all your resources working to expand your empire.
Well, at least I won't have to babysit it anymore, which is fine. Right, let's have a final check at the status of the empires. The mighty Kra'hen versus the Solarians. We are crushing them on money, people, planets, fleets. Our ground forces are now stronger. They still have better tech, but that's quite logical considering they are Solarians. Their spies, of course, are stronger, but, well, who cares? And I have won way more battles. They are slightly better at diplomacy than us, but on aggregate, we are crushing them. And I really should keep researching stuff. Let's get the ion turret. That's always a neat one. Alright. Well, actually, before I go... Actually, I don't need to show you this. I'm just gonna turn over all my regular tank production into Megatract, and I'll see you all on the other side. Thank you for watching.